Luca Nation, we might as well kick it off because I, just like you, if you're watching on YouTube, have no idea what's about to happen because today, awesome day, lots of fun stuff going on, engaging with our community back and forth. I haven't talked to Cage at all. Here we are, send him a link to record our episode, and welcome back to another episode of Lucas, Tigers, and Bronze. Cage comes on here with maybe the creepiest looking graphic I think I've ever seen. What are you doing, man? What's going on here?
This is a dummy. It's a dummy from Goosebumps.
Looks like me.
Well, it may act like you. It doesn't exactly look like you. You pick his nose and all that fun stuff. This was
Mole.
Ian's.
Mole.
Woo.
Mole. I want to chop it up and make some guacamole.
So
Dude, I've been watching Austin Powers this week. It's been incredible. Just like in
There you go.
30-minute segments. You kind of look like Mike Myers.
That was a dummy mask. Dummy mask. But the dummy today is me. And here's why I'm a dummy. I bought Panini Blue Wave packs today. Dummy. Me. Dummy. And you know I love Panini. You know I love the stuff. And you guys know, from me, I might have spent more money than Panini than anybody else. We had Panini on here, and they're like, oh, shit, you're a Cage lawyer. Well, when that happens, that's probably not a good thing for my wallet, right? Because it means I'm leading the charge of morons. So in any event, I think the product may turn into something good. It may turn into something great down the road, you name it. And I got people on Discord telling me about the birthday principle for doubles. And if you're in a party, chances are somebody's going to have the same amount of birthday as you. The more people you ask, they're going to have the same birthday that you have. It doesn't mean there's 365 days in a year. And it's because this happened to me. In the first 27 Blue Wave packs I opened, and just so everybody knows, Panini Blue Wave packs released today, $499. So the Blue Waves are numbered out of $499, right? Which in Top Shot world would make them worth $3 billion. But in Panini world, not so much. So $499, 330 card set, right? So 330 possible cards out of $499. It's 160,000 packs. It's going to generate a nice 7-figure draw for these guys. Pretty nice. Going to generate about $2.4 million when all packs are sold out, assuming they can sell out. And I am not going to help them today, and here's why. First 27 packs I open, not a killer investment, right? $15 a pack. So what's 27 pack get you, right? What's 27 pack get you? Approximately $4,100. Excuse me, approximately $410. My bad. So 27 times 15. In the first 3 packs, I got 3 Darius Garland Blue Waves out of $499. Now, you tell me, folks, how is that? Well. It's possible, right? The law of probability would tell you that it's possible, right? There are going to be some doubles, especially you buy stuff like me, and there's 160,000 packs. There's statistical anomalies all over the place, and my measly 100, while it sounds like a ridiculous thing that I bought 100 packs and paid $1,500 towards Panini's release today, it sounds absurd, but it's really just a tiny drop in the bucket. How do I get 3 Darius Garlands? How do I get 3 Karis LeVerts? How? You tell me, how do I get 3 Karis LeVerts? How do I still not have all after opening nearly 400 base packs and 100 packs of this today? How do I not have all of the 10 cards needed for the Charles Barkley challenge? Somebody tell me, please. But here's the best part. After opening 100 packs of a 330 card set, which means I should have approximately 1 in every 3 cards. Right? But of course, there's doubles and there's triples. And, I got a bunch of garbage, right? So I got Darius Garlands. I got 2 Carmelo Anthony's first 12 packs of waves, right? It's just great, right? Just blue waves. 2 Carmelo Anthony's. Did I get a LeBron? No. Did I get a Curry? No. Did I get a Luka? No. Did I get a Zion? No. Did I get a Giannis? No. Did I get a Cade Cunningham? No. Did I get a Jalen Green? No. Did I get a Suggs? No. Did I get a nice punch in the nose? Yes. And that's why today, folks, I am the dummy. Wah, wah, wah. And here's the best part. I will still be a dummy tomorrow because this is what I always say. These card companies can shit in a box and it doesn't make a difference. I'll probably buy more. And I'm card short of the challenge. I'll probably go buy the challenge even after all this fun stuff.
What do you think's going on? Do you think it's that... My thing was, why are you putting, the 14th guy on the bench into the packs? So I think that's ridiculous. I haven't opened any of these
definitely need to stop that, right? One of the things that they have going on is that they mirror the digital cards to their tangible. And obviously the tangible set has Pete Maravich in it. I have 11 Bill Russell base Prizms. What am I going to do? I don't know. But I have it. right? I got 3 Drazen Petrovic Blue Waves out of 499. Thank you, Panini. He was a great shooter. He was taken from us too soon. He definitely was. But I don't need 3 Drazen Petrovic cards. Dude has been dead for decades. What the hell are you doing to me here? All right, whatever. I just pissed
You're
off.
you're actually serious. Drazen Petrovic was a Yugoslavian and Croatian professional basketball players from the 1980s.
Yeah, he played in the 90s. He played for the Trailblazers and he played for the Nets.
What is he doing in these packs?
He's maybe the best player ever to come out of Croatia, which is saying a lot, right? Because they've had some really good ball players, and he was a sharpshooter, man. And I think Jordan said good stuff about him, about being one of the best shooters playing at the time Jordan was playing. And he died early. He died, I think in a car accident. I mean, you can look. I think he was in a car accident, but yeah. So he's one of those guys that makes its way into Panini packs. So.
Maybe I can cheer you up. Maybe I could bring a little bit of a ray of sunshine in your cloudy day.
Are you going to tell me that my ENS token sale that I sold yesterday at $38 each, or whatever the hell that didn't go through, and I can sell them today at $80? Is that the good news you have for me?
I could tell you that chart is a chart that I've seen before, and I very much like it. It's called. If you guys ever took the Tim Sykes day trading class. The ENS token matches this pattern. It's called a multi-day runner with news. So it's actually a pretty incredible pattern if you look at it, Cage. It has these huge green candles followed with a little period of kind of small red candle consolidation, followed by these huge green candles. And there's more and more and more news coming out about these ENS domains and how Coinbase is involved, all these big companies. So I think it's not too late to possibly day trade it a little bit more. But this isn't a crypto casual show.
Give me the good news. Then I want the good news. I need the good news.
My play is awesome. We actually, for the first time in maybe 6 months, we had a lady who we met. She cleans our place. She said, "Guys, I'm actually a chef. Would you want me to cook for you?" So she cooked us a traditional Mexican meal.
What did
Delicious.
that
Rice with veggies, pollo, ceviche. Salsa, guacamole.
What kind of ceviche?
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Nice.
But that's not right.
Camarones. No langostino?
My play today is 2 tennis cards, actually. No lobster. No. My play is 2 tennis cards. And here's what it is, guys. In just 2 months from now, probably a little bit less, we have the Australian Open. And we kind of forget about tennis, and it's not the biggest sport in the world, but it has its fan base, and it has a lot of big stars. And guys, some of these cards, like Nadal and Federer, at their peak, okay, do you know what the Net Pro, and we could talk about manipulation, right? Because just like NFTs, crypto, stocks, whatever, sports cards get manipulated. The price, the comps do get run up, shilled, whatever you want to talk about. So I'm not sure if these are true comps. But Gage, do you know at the height, which was March 9th, do you know what the upper bound or lower bound, or do you know what the comps were for the Rafa Nadal Net Pro out of 2000?
No, I'm sure it's going to be stunningly high.
Let's call it $8,000. Okay, let's call it $8,000 for PSA 10 of this Rafa Nadal card, because there's only 142 PSA 10s out there. There's not a single BGS 10. There's 33 BGS 9s, BGS 9 5s, and 151 PSA 9s. So let's call it $7K. Do you know what the Federer at its peak, same card, Net Pro, 2003 Net Pro, out of 2000? There's 159.
No clue. I'm an idiot because I missed the
7,000. 7,000, 8,000. Both of those cards right now are available. The Federer is a little bit more expensive. It's about $1,000 to $2,000. The Nadal is $600 in a PSA 10. I think, my opinion, that's a steal. Guys, these are legends of the game. At one point, there's going to be a Netflix documentary about Rafa and Fed. These guys have just changed the game. They have insane endorsements. They're both Nike athletes in the past. Rafa still is. Fed is Rolex. Fed has Uniqlo. Fed is going to be in the game for a long time. I could see Fed running for political office, frankly. But that's not my point. Guys, you're able to get a card that at its peak was $8,000. There's 150 of them. They're undisputed the 1 and 2 greatest tennis players of all time. And now you can get it for 10% of what it used to cost. To me, it's a no-brainer. Those are my plays. We didn't want to waste your time. I wanted to get right into it. Cage gave you guys his dummy of the week.
My dummy.
I'm giving
what's
you
funny
the play
about
of the
it
week.
is this, right? And maybe it's
spent more on
a
these
statement
digital.
against my own interest, right? So
You spent more on these digital packs than it costs to buy these cards.
Well, I'm gonna go back on tomorrow and buy. They have Marvels coming out. Remember they did it last year. Net Marvels. That's the release tomorrow of Panini. And my play is, guys, if you can get in, get in because I think it's $15 a pack again, and you get one of these Marvels numbered out of 500. And my hope is that Panini realizes why these work and why the base stuff doesn't. Right?
It's why the Color Blast works.
Listen, I'm going to ask you because you were involved in the Color Blast. You remember how hard it was to get a Giannis Color Blast? Right? Remember spending $200 or whatever it is for a Giannis Color Blast? Giannis Color Blast I think it was out of 69. So imagine that, guys. A Color Blast numbered to only 69, right? One of our friends.
It was $2,000 at one point.
It was $2,000. One of our friends, Heel of Tar Heel, but with olden English times, decided he wanted to see what the market was like, and yesterday listed it 24-hour auction starting at $1. It ended this afternoon. I didn't know about it until about 10 minutes after.
$225.
What? $389. $389 is what it's sold for.
I was gonna say, Cage, I'm surprised we didn't talk about this. So a friend of mine called me to ask about these digital packs because he knows we've been in it for a while. I said, don't rip packs. I said, buy on the secondary market because in these packs you have a ton of BS players that are. It's not that they're worth nothing. That's what makes it so hard.
So
right?
the difference between tomorrow, the Marvel set is only going to be the stars. So you're guaranteed to get an out of 500 star card if you get this. So this is like one of those EV positive, at least to begin with, right? When you open these packs, you got to. I don't know if the checklist is 20, but I didn't even look. But I don't. You got an actual shot of getting LeBron, and a real good shot of getting either LeBron or Curry or whoever's in the net Marvel set. It's got the weird one with the Trey's crazy hair. You saw the meme of that one. It was like a double crazy hair for Trey. But that would be guys, this is people like, oh, there's no way to make money in the hobby. Sure, you got to get a little lucky on this, right? The same way, you got to be online for the sneaker app and the whole 9 yards. And you'll be competing against me tomorrow to get this because I'm doing it. And obviously I'm adding more people by listening to this. But this is like, if you can get packs tomorrow of these Marvel packs or Panini, as dumb as I was today for buying the packs that I bought, these packs will be EV positive for the most part. You know what I mean? They will have your estimated value of these is going to be higher. The LeBron Marvel will sell. The Trey Marvel will most likely sell. Tomorrow after you rip the pack open, you'll most likely be able to sell it for more than what you paid for the pack. And you get base cards in there also, which you got a shot of getting. A Kate Cunningham rookie Prizm, which no one has in hand yet, and that kind of stuff. So, as dumb as it was for me to buy Blue Waves today. My bet is that the Marvels pack tomorrow sells out in minutes. So that will be a fun play to get on that, even though it's, and my hope, I guess, is that Panini listens and Panini, even if they're not listening to me, they listen to their own data. The base packs will stay open and not sell out. These Blue Waves will stay and not sell out. But a pack like these Marvels priced at $15 with with an insert in it, a guaranteed insert of a star, that I think is the way to go. Do that. People will enjoy that. Go ahead.
I don't think Panini's lack of success is because of they don't want to do things the right way. I think they're just set up really, really their development team is in India. People don't realize that unless they've run companies, how difficult that is with the time difference. So as much as I want to agree and they should listen, and I think they do hear the feedback, they care, I think they're understaffed. And the way they're set up digitally, they're really hindered because Top Shot, all of their developers are in-house in San Francisco. They have the best talent, and they can make changes like that on the fly. For Panini, they lose time because they have to send to India. They have to make changes, and then they update it the following day. They're always a step or two steps behind.
Listen, they used to say on TV, you can learn a lot from a dummy. So learn for me, tomorrow is a different pack. Tomorrow is a better pack. And Marvels are really cool. Like net Marvels, I like Marvel cards, I like all that stuff. If you get them, I'll buy them. So
can I summarize the lesson for people? So we've been through these digital pack releases quite a few times, and it's tough for a company, right? Because if they make a negative EV pack, which EV means estimated value. So if on average someone opened 1,000 packs, net, what would happen, right? That's what it means. So if it's negative EV, like you get 11 Bill Russells or Petkoviches or guys that are worth $0 and you're paying 15, people are going to be pissed. So that's example one. However, if you make it too positive of an EV pack, what happens is people sell right away. We saw that with Top Shot. Remember that? When you bought a pack for $10 and you could sell the contents for $200, bots came in, people came in, they sold so quickly. So you have to kind of toe this line of it can't be negative EV, but it can't be too high of EV. It should be, if the pack's $15, on average, it should be $20 to $25 resell. So you have a little bit of profit, but you're also incentivized to hold a little bit. And like Cage said, Marvel is a great one because it's just stars. If you want to buy this year's kind of digital cards, I would go to the auction tab and I would bid on the guys you want. I would go for Scotty Barnes. Not hope that he comes out of a base pack. I would just buy it. I would go on the secondary market as people are trying to get their money back, and I would buy the cards of the players that you believe in right now in digital. I think it's a great play. I think that Color Blast Giannis for $300 is a steal.
Yeah,
I really do.
I wish I knew about it, but they told me about it 10 minutes after, which is dumb. By the way, I got a Scotty Barnes Blue Wave.
Did you? Dude.
It's the best rookie I got. I didn't get
He's good, man.
I know he's no OG Anunoby. Can I throw something out there and then I'll just, me, it's 2 minutes. We can keep it a short episode, but I'll throw something out there and then you tell me what you think, and maybe you can layer something on, because look, we gave plays, and we try to give value to our audience. So yesterday I did a video. I was loving life, smoking a cigar, blue sky behind me, not a cloud to be seen anywhere. And I threw a whole thing down there about like community, and I really didn't mean what I said. I hope you guys watched it. If you didn't, jump on there. It's a minute long. But basically it was like,
the song Cage is IG, if you guys are wondering.
We're not all going to win. We're not all going to lose all the time. We're not going to win all the time, and it's okay to have losses. And it's, no matter which one you have, it's better to be part of a community. It's better to be part of, a group, because if you win, isn't it awesome to share your win with somebody? You know what I mean? Talk about it, blah, blah, blah. Maybe share it ahead of time, and then more people can win. And if you lose, it's always good to be part of a community, right? Because, their chances are somebody else had the same mindset that you did, the same thought process, but also lost out. Also, made the same play, but, it just didn't work out for them. And maybe you're in there and you share some, some information. What went wrong? You name it. Maybe, I don't want to say misery loves company, but maybe you get together and the next time, you have some alpha for winning. It's always better to be part of a bigger community. And in response to that video, I got one person who DM'd me. And if one person's doing it, it's kind of like, when you were in school and the teacher said, there's no dumb questions. If you have a question, raise your hand, because there's probably other people who are afraid to raise their hand, but you're going to help them by asking that question. And I got this great message from somebody. I'm not going to name who it is, but I got this great message from a young kid who basically was like, look, I feel kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't, because I got in the last couple of months and I spent money and I focused on two things, and both of them lost for me. I bought goats. I bought Kobe's. He bought some Dwayne Wade stuff and a couple of other guys. And I bought, some modern basketball. And let's just say he bought 3-4 months ago, which we all know is sort of peakish time. You know what I mean? Maybe bought a little more than that, maybe 6 months ago. I didn't get into the details, but basically the prices we were talking about are pretty high, right? He's like, I think I'm done. I think basically what I've learned is that, from the last 6 months, that the prices just go down, and they're eventually all going to go down to zero. And I said, okay, what, my first question, and if there's anybody out there listening who thinks the same thing, right? This is for you, or thinks similar, or has had a similar experience over the last 3, 6, 8, 10, 12 months, because the hobby has got its up and downs, right? And sometimes you don't pick the right place to put your money. Here was my first exact question. What sport do you like to watch the most? Right? That was it. That was my first question. I said, I I like basketball. I said, forget about what money you put in right now. For the next couple of dollars you're going to put in, I want you to watch games this week, right? Don't invest in a PSA 10. Invest in League Pass, or go on YouTube the day after the game. It's not that expensive, $100. I said, and pick a team, pick 2 teams, pick 3 teams, pick a couple of guys, pick games you're going to watch, right? And after a week, I can almost guarantee you are going to find a player like Andrew has with OG and Anubi and the Raptors. Why? He didn't wake up and say, I'm going to research OG today. He watched the game, probably watched 2 games. And he saw OG look like more of a player than people are giving him credit for, right? He looks at, I look at Cole Anthony, watches, post game. Now, his a little different because obviously people are onto him now. But you start watching games, it's how I found Devontae Graham weeks before he blew up for 40 points, and all of a sudden everybody was looking for his cards, right? It's you watch the games and no one else is watching. I don't want to call it insider information, but it is insider information. So you sometimes, in response to a loss where it didn't work out, you have to earn your win, right? You have to put the sweat into it. You have to put the time into it. And no one wants to hear this because we're in a world of like get rich quick. We're in a world of like, hey, I just want to buy and be done, right? I want it, and it's just, I'm going to buy it and it's going to go up. Well, unfortunately, the way the hobby is set up, for the most part, you buy and you've already lost money. It's like driving a new car off a lot. You buy something on eBay, you pay sales tax, you pay your fees, you pay your PayPal and all that stuff, all that garbage. By the time you sell it, you got to sell it for 20% more anyway just to break even. So you're already starting in the hole most of the time. We've tried to talk about ways to minimize that hole. But if you do work, right, you put a little work in, or find a way to minimize those costs, and also find something that someone is not looking at, right? I'm going to give credit to one of our listeners, Amwax. The dude, this is all he does. The hustle and grind is finding stuff before other people want it. You know what I spent an hour doing today? Looking at Beeple's artwork, because Yam posted this sick collection that he picked up of Beeple that I'm sure he didn't pay anywhere near what Beeple's getting for his NFT stuff. And maybe it won't work, right? Maybe it won't, because people will just want Beeple's digital stuff and not his tangible stuff. But Yam's out there researching, finding this stuff, right? And go ahead.
There's a few things here. I mean, this is one of your best. I mean, this is.
Well, I'm not done on the point, right? But
this is a clippable moment.
All right,
I'm enjoying this, but can I add one thing?
Yeah, shoot, man.
This is a game where you don't have to hit 100. This is a game where you could hit 20, 30%, depending on how you roll, and you could do really, really well. You can do really, really well. You just have to find the one that, like, someone that came to mind, Cage, was Tyrese Maxey, right? If you watched the game yesterday versus the Bucks, the Sixers lost. They're not going to be talking about Maxey yet, but Maxey had 31 points against one of the best defenders in the league in Drew Holiday. And this is a rookie. So why do I say that? How I started in this game as a kid, right? I bought 20 to 30 Zion Prizms. I didn't diversify in the beginning. I said, I'm going to take I sold a computer, actually, is how I got that initial money. I said, I'm not going to take this $1,000 and spread it across a few different athletes. I'm going to watch and I'm going to see who do I have conviction in. And at that time, I was choosing between Ja and Zion. And I thought Zion had more upside. So I just went all in on one guy. And that conviction proved to be right. And I could have been wrong on 6, 7 other guys and been right on Zion. So I love this point. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, I mean, there's no cutoff. It's a great point, because here's the thing: Zion could have got injured right after you invested in him, or you could have invested in him instead of when you did a year later, and the cards are going down, and you want to give up. But the point is that there are ways for you to kind of stack the deck in your favor. These aren't going to be huge wins, right? But they could be wins, right? You watch football, right? Maybe this is the week where James Conner, because of some injuries in the backfield, takes off. Maybe you want to be smart. You got to do a little hustle. Maybe you go on Star Stock and you pull as many of the Eno Benjamin cards as you can off of the Star Stock pile, because he is actually going to get a little run because of injuries. Now, is he going to start? No, right? But maybe he scores a touchdown this week like he did last week, and then all of a sudden the fantasy people are talking about how Benjamin scored touchdowns in 2 straight weeks, and you take a card that you probably bought for a nickel, well, 10 cents, whatever it is, And you can turn it around a bunch of times. I mean, there's a million ways of doing it if you watch the games and you see what's going on. And this is what I told this guy, and I hope we don't lose someone from the hobby. I hope that there's other people out there who can get help with this. It's not what anyone wants to hear. Everybody wants a quick fix, and everybody wants a quick and easy answer to profits, right? That's what's flashy, right? It's sports card investor and everybody else. It's just like the headlines of 5 cards to make you money now, right? They may hit on those. They may be right.
You're not going to know why you bought them, so you're not going to understand the strategy behind it, and you're not going to know when to sell.
The best investment is in yourself, right? And really, there's no shortcut to it. If you take a little bit of time and learn the game, and maybe you don't like basketball. If he told me it was baseball, I was going to tell him to spend an hour every night watching MLB Network's Hot Stove and check the rumor mill of what's going on with who's signing where and who the next big people are to sign. And maybe you get something like, Freddie Freeman, we love him. They won the World Series, but chances are he's going to get signed and get signed soon, right? So if you watch it, right, if you believe the news of Freddie Freeman signing a big deal and staying with the Braves will help his cards, you should buy his cards now, and here's why. Alex Anthopoulos, he's one of the guys who runs organizations that gets his business handled quickly. I know this because I watch baseball and because I watch off seasons, and I've done the studies on this, and I've done my research. Chances are, if Freddie Freeman stays a Brave, you'll know when you're sitting down to your stuffing and turkey. You'll know by Thanksgiving. You'll know early that that's what's happening. If you think that's news that's going to help his value on his card, sign him. Buy the cards now. Stuff like that. That's research. It's TV watching. It's game watching. It's very, very helpful. Here's the other thing I said. What's Kobe's Chrome rookie at right now? 10 grand? PSA 10?
Give me a second. I got 2 plays too. I love when we riff on this. If you watch UFC, I was gonna say, and you're a believer in Dustin Poirier, he's fighting Oliveira in less than a month, December 11th, and that's gonna be a big win for him. That's basically, in my opinion, solidifies him as the best fighter in mixed martial arts, right?
It gets him a real belt. Yeah, it gets him a real belt. Because Oliveira's the champ right now. Oliveira's a floor guy. Dustin does well on the floor, but yeah, if you're a Poirier believer, that's a huge fight for him. Huge fight for him. And you're right, it does solidify him as one of the,
As I'm looking up this Kobe Topps Chrome because I can't find it right now.
But listen, let's just assume it's $10,000 and you bought it at 20, right? Because it's easy for my math, right? And you're sitting there saying, how can the hobby ever sustain me or anything? If I bought it at 20 grand, I bought Kobe. I didn't gamble. I didn't buy Tyrese Maxey. I didn't buy some scrub. I bought Kobe at 20 grand. Now it's worth 10, right? Well, guys, don't take this for the snobbery that it is. I'm just using this because it's an easy math example, right? You could do this with a $100 card that's now 50, right? I'm just using this for the math, right? Because it's an easy high-level one, right? If you're the kind of person that was able to drop $20,000 on a Kobe Chrome and it's 10 now, I'm going to tell you what I do. I buy one for 10. Because what I did was I explained to this individual how right now the only chart in their brain is a 6-month chart. Because that's how long they've been in it. And the 6-month chart on Kobe is down. It's like this. But if you pan that chart out over years, you'll see that the chart is like this. And just at the end, it's got a little down. And that ultimately, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, when you look at that Kobe chart, it's going to go like this. There will be these in there. And he happens to have bought at a here and at that. But if you buy one at 10, now the card value only has to go to 15 for you to break even.
You're only going to be able to do
that. I need this to go to 20.
And you're only going to be able to do that is if you believe and you have conviction in why and who you're buying. And that conviction can only come from inside. No one can give you conviction. And that's really, really important in this game of investing, because as you're talking, it's really important when someone comes into a new space to invest, whether it's stocks, crypto, cards, collectibles, they realize that their career in this game is going to be very, very long term, basically for the rest of their life. And they need to view that as one trade and all of these little things as micro trades that they're learning on, right? Because if one trade can make or break you, you're not set up for success. You have to look, I think, bigger picture. I really do. It's changed my game when I realized that all of these are little micro trades within a bigger trade. And then it gives me the opportunity to say, okay, next one. I lost on this one, but what did I learn? Next one. How do I find the next winner? How do I get the next winner?
That's it. I mean, so this was what I had a conversation about. I love these conversations. I'll spend hours on them because whether people believe it or not, card collecting is something that's been in my blood for 40 years. Something I did with my father, something I now do with my son. It's one of those things that I think ties generations, and as the stakes have risen the way they have this year, there are going to be more people who have this type of a story. People who came in and who are they bought at the wrong time. People buy things at the wrong time all the time. There are people buying ENS coin right now in the 80s, and they're going to regret it. So,
well, unless you have conviction, unless you watch the chart, unless you put in the work and you think that based on my research, this chart shows that this coin still has room to run, right?
And the other flip side to it is this, right? Not everybody belongs in the hobby, because there are people who came in and bought Kobe's at $25,000, $30,000, $40,000, and they were buying it because they thought it was going to go up to 40 because the LeBron was 40 at the time, or whatever the reason is. And they were not looking to hold that card long term. They were looking to flip it and make a couple $1,000s on it. And ultimately, sometimes when you day trade, when you trade like that, when you try to flip, you get burned. And those people, when I talk to them, I'm probably not going to be able to help them, because the person I'm looking to help is somebody who can ride it out a little longer, right? And can either double down on something that they thought was the right play and now was too cheap, right? So, not everybody's going to stay here, guys. And ultimately that's healthy. But I guess my point is, if you have a desire to stay and you want to learn and you want to be in this, check out our Discord. Get in there. We've got some amazing people in there. Message me, message Andrew, message any of our guys. And sometimes you just need to hear, stories from other people. And trust me, I got plenty of lost stories. I got plenty of timing stories, guys. Trust me, I do. And I know a lot of it is luck, and I will tell you a lot of it is luck, right? You should not have made money investing in Andre Drummond, and yet I did, because I happened to be putting the money in when everything was going up. If you invest in Andre Drummond now, you're probably not making money.
Right? Let's keep riffing. I'll give you guys one more play. I mean, so here we have Nadal. Here we have Federer for me. Maxi, who I think had an amazing game versus Drew Holiday. Dustin Poirier has a fight. December 11th is a big fight. Here's another guy. Ayo Dosunmu. Did I say it right? Ayo Dosunmu? He plays for the Bulls. Never heard of him? Fiery guy. Really fiery.
Ayo Dosunmu?
Dosunmu. D-O-S-U-N-M-U.
Ayo Dosunmu? Are you making fun of me? Are you calling me a sumo?
Ayo Dosunmu. So you could get his digital cards, right? The Panini, the rack that we're talking about, for $1 or $2. No one's looking at these. People are auctioning them off. They're ripping packs. They're listing them on auction. The base card, which is out of 750, that means there's only going to be 750 of these. You get for $1 to $2 on this guy. This guy is fiery. I know Kobe White's coming back, but I don't think Kobe White's going to get as much game time as people realize. He doesn't complement this team. This young guy who competes hard, he dunks hard, he's energetic, really awesome guy from Illinois, local Chicago guy. He's got the it factor, and you can get the digital cards out of 750 for $1 or $2. His blue wave right now is on auction for $2. Where is it at? 15, 7, 10, 20? I don't know, but take a look at that one. I mean, there's 5 different strategies, not just, hey, buy this. Here's where you buy and why. No other show is going to give you that content. No other show is going to give you it for free. We love you guys. It's been.
Can I give one more name? If we're riffing,
let's go, man.
Why the hell not? Right? Because
why the hell not? You're not.
Right? If we're gonna go into, like that low cost, try to find something and maybe where you might be able to find something for $1. You're in the Panini Digital.
Yep.
Tell me what you want to talk about, a guy who's going to be completely overlooked. We talked about the Magic and how much I love Cole Anthony. When I was watching the game, right?
Jalen Suggs.
I love Jalen Suggs, and this is why I like my play even better. Because people don't realize that the Magic actually had 2 lottery picks. And they took Franz Wagner, Moritz Wagner's younger brother.
From Michigan, the guy's a bum.
20 years old, 6'10". You think he's a bum?
He's not a bum. Nobody in the NBA is a bum. He's like a Luke Kennard. He's like Luke Kennard. That's who he reminds me of.
Much more athletic.
Luke Kennard? Luke Kennard's ambidextrous, dude.
Much more athletic. Most basketball players are ambidextrous to some extent. No, man, I like this kid. I watched him play. You were talking about fire. This is what made me bring it up. This dude, you could tell he does not ever want to lose. Like, and I'm talking about each possession. You know, like he's out there looking like angry. Like when I tell Ian he can't just have to take chicken nuggets again for dinner. Like that kind of angry, man. You know, like big stuff. And I mean, you know what's funny is
Ian, we've had chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A the last 3 weeks. Like, dude, have some kale salad. And he's like, no.
He doesn't. He definitely does not want the kale salad. That is a definite. He's not in on the kale salad at all. No, but do me a favor, man, for the buck or whatever it may be. You know, I watched the Timberwolves game, and obviously, you know, this is just an aberration, but he scored 28 points in that game against the Timberwolves. Do you know that? He scored 28 points on 10 of 18, 5 of 9 from 3. A 6'10", 20-year-old, 5 of 9 from 3. He's shooting almost 40% from 3 on the season. Crazy stuff, you know. I mean, stranger things have happened when somebody gets playing time, right? He started the season off 7 straight double-digit games, right?
Do you know the Magic starting lineup? I'm not sure if he's included in it.
He is.
He's included. Is outscoring opponents by 18 points. That lineup. Yeah.
So, and that's why when I gave that play, they were plus 15, which was the number one. And that's why I said Magic. And you're like, no, Magic is terrible. And I'm like, you used to, hey, what's the Toronto lineup? And I said, what about the Magic lineup? And I did that on purpose because I had just read an article about how the Magic lineup was that 5. It's the most used starting 5. And they are outscoring everybody else's starting 5 by a significant amount. And Wagner is definitely in the starting 5. I think they might even have him playing the 3.
Guys, we are getting more messages since we've done this reward program about you guys minting first Tiger, a Luka Tiger. First, I want to let you guys know how humbling that is. We're a public-facing brand, business, whatever you want to think of us. We're going nowhere, and that you guys are willing to put your trust in us. It means the world.
We're going nowhere other than the moon.
Whatever that meant. Guys, gas prices are as high as they've ever been. And here's my kind of ask. If you want to go ahead and buy a Tiger and mint a Tiger, go ahead and do it. You go to lucastigers.com, click mint Tiger, connect your MetaMask, and you can mint one right there. And as soon as you do, you guys know we're running that promotion. So you could shoot me a DM. You could text me 215-519-9154 and send me your Ethereum wallet, and I'll airdrop you one. So that's one. But if you guys want to wait a week, 2 weeks, gas prices do typically die down. And I would rather you guys buy 2 Tigers for the price it would cost to buy one right now with gas. So we appreciate the support. We love it. A ton of you guys have reached out. Steven, you know, just top to bottom, the support's appreciated. Just know we're not going anywhere. There'll be an opportunity to mint Tigers, buy Tigers. There's going to be more rewards, more partnerships, more access, more content. So we're just starting to ramp up, and we appreciate all of your guys' support. Cage, any final words before I hit that end broadcast? And smash that subscribe button, like. All we ask is if we do a good job, share our content. You know, there's no ads on this show. We're not doing any mid-roll, end-roll, just whatever you guys think is, if we're doing a good job, share it, please.
Yeah, I want somebody to create a smash button for me, because now that I said like that smash button, smash button is what is needed by the world. No, guys, listen. You know, we're here for you. Is the point every single day. And, you know, if the hobby's got you down or if the hobby's got you happy and you want to share a story, whatever the hell it may be, we're here. The community's here for you, and we are not going anywhere. So thanks for tuning in again.